living in the moment, and here we are dreaming in the open. Now look around, isn't this a new day? Make a move, doing things a new way, a new way. This is our world, and this is our time. These are our plans, we're gonna let them shine. This is our place in the human race, and we won't stop dreaming. No, we won't stop dreaming. Look ahead, we can see forever. You and me doing it together. Light it up, we can be a million stars. Look at us, don't you see we've come so far? Yeah, we've come so far. 'Cause this is our world, and this is our time, and these are our plans. We're gonna let them shine. This is our place in the human race, and we won't stop dreaming. No, we won't stop dreaming. Standing at the crossroads, feeling how the wind blows. We can soar above the clouds. Well, here we are, living in the moment, and here we are, dreaming in the open. Now look around, isn't this a new day? Make a move, doing things a new way, a new way. This is our world, and this is our time. These are our plans, we're gonna let them shine. This is our place in the human race, and we won't stop dreaming. No, we won't stop dreaming. Look ahead, we can see forever. You and me doing it together. Light it up, we can be a million stars. Look at us, don't you see we've come so far? Yeah, we've come so far. 'Cause this is our world, and this is our time, and these are our plans. We're gonna let them shine. This is our place.
Who has changed my story? Who has given me a song? Turn my
Hello, good morning. Good morning. Please take your seats. Let's minimize the noise as we begin the program. Please, those of you who are using your phones, kindly put it on silent. Okay, good morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This morning we are here to, first of all, present to you the coach of the Black Stars, Mr. Otto. And then also it is an opportunity for him to announce his squad for the upcoming FIFA World Cup qualifiers against Mali and Central African Republic. It will be recalled that in March this year, the Football Association announced that Coach Otto is taking over as the coach of the Black Stars following our exit from the Africa Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire. So the Football Association put a team together to select the next coach of the Black Stars, and upon exhaustive processes, they settled on Mr. Addo as the next coach of the team. Now, further to that, we also announced that the team will be playing 2 international friendly matches in Morocco. You remember that we played against the Eagles of Nigeria, which ended 2-1, and then we played the Cranes of Uganda, which ended 2-2 in Morocco in March, after which he returned to Germany to finally hand over at Borussia Dortmund. And so he is here on a long-term contract as the coach of the Black Stars. Now, in the first week of next month, we have 2 very important FIFA World Cup qualifiers. The first one will be against the Eagles of Mali in Bamako on June 6th. And the second one will be against Central African Republic at the Babayara Sports Stadium in Kumasi on June 10. We announced last week that the team will begin camping on Thursday, May 30, here in Accra. Training sessions will be held for a period of 6 days in Accra at the University of Ghana Stadium. And then the team shall depart the borders of Ghana on Tuesday, June 4 for Bamako. The first game is on the 6th, so we shall have 2 days in Bamako prior to the match. After that game, immediately after the match, we shall return to Ghana, precisely Kumasi, where the team will be lodged for a period of 4 days. So on the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, the team will be lodged in Kumasi. And then on the 10th, we shall play against Central African Republic in the other Group I game. Now, before I hand over the microphone to the head coach, I would like to mention that we've got some of our technical team members here with us. We've got our assistant coach, John Pinto. Please, let's acknowledge him. We have our goalkeepers trainer, Fatau Dauda, also here. The technical director of the Football Association, Professor Joseph Kwame Minta, is also here. We've got staff members of the Football Association. I can see my colleague, Esme Menz, chairman of the Regional Football Association and Executive Council member, Samuel Abuabri, Jamil Marabi in charge of marketing, Neil Armstrong, head of PR and strategy. Ladies and gentlemen, let me mention that a lot of considerations were made before these players were settled upon to represent Ghana. However, there were some exceptions due to obvious reasons. The following players are injured, which is why they couldn't make the squad. They are as follows. Baba Idrisu has undergone surgery, so he couldn't make the squad. Iñaki Williams, foot surgery to remove a foreign object in his foot, so he couldn't also make the squad. Majid Ashimeru couldn't complete the Cup of Nations. He returned to Anderlecht. He's been playing. He's been in and out of their squad. He has a left calf muscle tear, so he couldn't also make the squad. Joseph Pinto has a hamstring injury. Nathaniel Ejay was in the squad until he also had an ankle injury. Dennis Odoi also has a knee injury. And then Daniel Amate, he also has an ankle injury. So these players have been left out for injury concerns. Thank you very much. So at this moment, I will hand over to Coach Otto Addo. But before I take your questions, I would like to find out from him how he feels to be back and not on a a part-time basis, but on a full-time basis as coach of the senior national team, the Black Stars.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much for a nice introduction. To the injury, let me please add long-term injuries as like co-feature and use of Addo. And I spoke to them, and I think they're on the good way to come back. Hopefully, they will come back soon to join us. And from Stade Rennes, we have Tariq Lamte from Brighton and Hove. In the midfield, we have Mohamed Kudus from West Ham United. We have Ernest Nuama from Olympique Lyon. We have Salis Abdul Samit from RC Lens. We have Ibrahima Sulemana from Cagliari. We have Thomas Partey from Arsenal. We have Edmond Addo from Radnitsky Nice. We have Elisha Owusu from AG Auxerre. We have Abu Francis from Cercle Bruges. And then remaining the forwards, we have Osman Bukhari from Red Star Belgrade. We have Abdul Fattah Ishiwaku from Leicester City. Antoine Semenyo from Bournemouth. We have Jordan Ayew from Crystal Palace. We have Ibrahim Osman from FC Nordirland. We have Kamaldeen Sulemana from FC Southampton. And we have Brendan Thomas Asante from West Bromwich Albion. That's it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, those are the players for the 2 matches. Campaign begins tomorrow. 26 players have been named. Your comments are welcome now. The floor is open for your questions, please. Silence, please. The floor is open for your questions. You raise your hand, you tell us your name and your media house, and then your question. Thank you.
My name is Jerome Ochri, freelance journalist. I'm more interested in the long-term projects than the names of the players. Do you know about the Ghana football DNA and the football DNA, and how does it fit into your 3-year or long-term plan? Thank you.
Okay, I can't really say that I know everything about Ghana's DNA. I think Ghana has a great history, football history, with great players in the past. We had really, really good times. I think the last really, really good times were when, you know, players like Michael Essien, Asamoah Gyan, Suleiman Tari, yeah, a lot of players were in the best form. I think for me, Ghana football stands for good football. And this is maybe I want to use the opportunity. It's difficult to promise victories because of football, you can be better than your opponent, and at the end they will score and they will win, or one slight mistake will happen. But I think I will take the opportunity to be brave enough to promise you that we will play good football. Because yeah, I've been studying football for a very, very long time, and for me, the boys, especially in Ghana, they like to play with the ball. This is how they grow up when they're playing on the streets, and this is what I want to implement. And I think this is the easiest thing to implement because they will have joy having the ball, trying to dominate. I know that we will face opponents sometimes which are stronger than us, where we need to defend more. But in general, I want to bring back to the joy with the ball. I want to create a culture, and this, I think, has been the culture in the past, not to be fearful when you have the ball. I know that there's high demands on the players, and it's difficult. There are difficult times, and there's a lot of pressure on the players. But I want to take the pressure away to allow them to do mistakes, because this is the only way we can, in long term, we can give them the confidence to play what they can. We know what they can. If you walk around the streets of Ghana and you see kids playing, you see what they are able to do. This is what is in our players, and it's my job to bring it out, to bring in a culture with good habits, because good games don't come just like this. It comes with good preparation, to prepare them well, as good as I can with my coaching staff, which are helping me, and to bring in their ideas, to bring in their knowledge, and together I think we can create for the long term a very good Ghana national team. Thank you.
Good morning, Coach.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Thank you.
Hope you're fine too.
Please, my name is Yabibi. I want to ask, when Mr. Henry was mentioning those that are injured, he never mentioned of Dede Ayew. But in your list, your squad, he is not in the squad. And getting to the latter part of the season, he had a very good season. Please, with all due respect, can you give me the technical know-how why he wasn't included in the list? Or is it because the pressure from the Ghanaians that he has paid his dues, so probably he should end? And secondly, my another question is that I want to know the kind of coach that you are. Are you a Pep Guardiola type of coach, a Jordan Klopp type of coach, or are you, please, or are you a Jose Mourinho type of coach? And after you've given me, or you've chosen your role model as a coach, you give me reasons why you chose that coach, and give me the tactical know-how of that coach. Thank you very much.
Huh? Yeah. Okay, so I think, to be honest, very good question. I don't know if the frame is long, or we have enough time to answer all these questions. I try as best as possible. So the first thing, you asked about Andre. So I had a long talk with Andre, personal. I visited him and gave him the reasons why he's not in the squad at the moment. And I usually held it like this, that I don't talk too much about the players who are not in the squad, more about those who are in the squad. And for me, I can say I don't like to yeah, I talk to players directly. I don't like to give information out about what we spoke about. So he's not part of the squad at the moment. Andre is, I mean, as everyone knows, he's a legend. He's a living legend of Ghana. What he has reached, it's unbelievable what he did for the country. It was a difficult decision, to be honest, because I like him. I like him as a person, also as a player. But this is the decision we took, and I like I said, it's not like we totally agreed, but I give him the explanation, and so I don't want to take it to another extent and say some things that people will write about and this and that. I know it's difficult maybe for you as a press to understand this, but I don't want to make it bigger than it is. Like I said, I have big respect for him. He's a living legend. He holds the record in games playing for the national team. He has, I mean, achieved things that just a few players from Ghana has achieved, and it's very difficult to leave him out at the moment. But at the end, me as a coach, I have to take decisions. The best decision, what I think for the team, and this was one part of the decisions. And the type of coach I don't know. For me, I always try to learn. I'm a coach who wants to learn, or wants to listen, wants to take advice, even from lower ranked coaches. I'm always open for discussions with other coaches. So I'm a learning coach, and I learn a lot from Guardiola. I learn a lot from Mourinho. I learn a lot from other coaches. I learned also things maybe you shouldn't do as a coach. So I'll take everything which I can get inside my head about coaching and try to take out the best out of all. And this is me. Then at the end, I think a mixture of everything. I can play defensively. I can play offensively. I can play the mix. I can make changes, sensible changes. I think whenever it takes, I can. Yeah, I think I'm good in reading the game, how the game goes. I'm good in predicting things to happen, and yeah, this is me. It's yeah.
Um, Good morning, coach. My name is Sami Yeboah from Vision 1 FM. Well, you look at the squad and it seems it's mostly, we've seen most of these boys are new guys in the system. So I don't know whether when the Black Stars is in a state of rebuilding or something else. And then again, Jonathan Sua, who was part of the AFCON squad, is having a fine season where he's playing so far, but he didn't get a call up.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, they're like I talked to, I think, I don't know, 30 players. Some I even visited them, like some I tried to visit, but I couldn't because my time was very, very short. But I talked to all of them. Those who were not invited who were part of the AFCON last season, and explained a lot of things to them. For me, it's easier because I have the brighter picture. I see all the players, I compare them, and then I decide also which player fits into my playing style or in my idea for the game. And so for the player as such, it's difficult because he just sees himself. And I think, yeah, it's difficult to explain because I have to compare Jonathan, for example, with other strikers, and then to see what I need for our 2 games. And at the end, I took this decision. So it would be good, I think, that yeah, we take it like this, the squad, and it's difficult to talk about players who are not in the squad. And like I said, it's difficult for me to give out some reasons in public. I discussed it with the player, I explained it to him, and I think it's good to leave it that way. Next question.
Hello, Coach. Good morning. My name is Daniel Kranting, Multimedia Group Joy Sports. We just want to know the parameters with which you are being judged by in your contract. We know it's a 3-year contract. You spoke about, in your first stint, you spoke about the team being a rebuild. We want to know, are we still in a rebuild? Are we ready to win going into the next AFCON? Are you expected to qualify the team to the AFCON so that at least when we are assessing you can be a bit fair?
Okay, so surely we want to qualify for the World Cup. To ask me if I'm assessed if I qualify or not, I think I'm not the right person to answer you that question. But surely the aim is to qualify. At the moment, we are in the 4th position. Only the first one will go through. It will be difficult, especially the next away game in Mali. They have a very, very strong squad. But the aim is to qualify. But it's also the aim from the others. So it's about having the right team culture. This is the number one thing. What we're trying to build the culture, long-term culture. Some surely habits in the team, habits about work ethic, about being disciplined, about on and off the pitch, and surely to prepare them well. So this is our part to be on the pitch, to prepare them well about to make them know about what's going to happen in the game. Once they know, they have an advantage to make better decisions on the pitch, and this is our job. And like I said, what I want to be assessed with should be the way we play. I can't really, like I said, I can't predict. We will have good times, we will have bad times. There are just some few coaches in the world who lose rarely. I know that we also lose matches maybe, but in a long-term process, what I want to be assessed on should be the way we play, and I think we showed even though we went out, we showed when we played against Nigeria, when I came the first time, that we played good football. Not only that we qualified, we played good football offensively, but also defensively. Even at the World Cup, we had, let's say, good phases where we played good football. And this is what I want to have permanent in every game. I know like human beings, we can't be perfect all the time, but I want us to be brave, to play good football, and this is where you can judge me on. And at the end, I'm a strong believer that in long term, if you play good football, it will benefit, and the results will also come. And surely at the end, it's a result sport, and I will be judged by the results 100%. And my contract goes 2.5 years, and after that I will be judged, and hopefully we win a lot of games so that the the judgments are not that hard.
There is a hand at the back.
Hi, coach. My name is Tak. You kept mentioning how you want to play. I've watched your team, Dortmund, very mechanical. Most of the German young coaches are very mechanical. You play a kind of football called router. You kept mentioning about how you want your team to play. Should Ghanaians expect your team, or are we expecting a router kind of football from you?
Yeah, I think I'm not new. I'm not like 100% new. So everybody knows how we play, and so with me, I think I have like 4, 5, 6 systems in my head which I can play. So I'm not like I will play like this. So I don't think I'm easy to predict. And yeah, so the tactics vary. They vary. So we have and also varies with the opponent. It also varies with the players we have at that moment, at that very moment. And surely I'll try my best to bring out their biggest strength. So I can't say I'll play like this or I'll play like this, and yeah. If the Dortmund way is that bad, at least they're in the final of the Champions League. So maybe I should use that way. I don't know.
All right, Coach, good to have you back. My name is Gabriel for CTFM CCTV. I mean, in terms of building on success, the current administration has seen 4 coaches appointed. I think you are the fifth. It's not looking good on our national team. From where you sit, what do you think, or what I want to get your thoughts on that, and also what do you say is the difference from the Otto we saw at the World Cup and the Otto coming now?
Okay, I mean the first the first question. I was not there when the other coaches were there. I know when I had to go because people have been asking me a lot about this, why I left, but this was part of the negotiation with Dortmund that I will be there for a certain term, and after the World Cup I have to come back. That's why I had to go back to Dortmund, and why other coaches didn't succeed. I was not there to say anything about that. So there you have to ask the FA, not me. And the second question was what? What's the difference from the other part? I think I grew older. I I learned a lot within these, was it 2 years? No, 1.5. 1.5 years. I learned a lot. Um, and yeah, I think I'm better than before. So I'll try to bring my expertise into the game, my knowledge into the game, and like I said, I try to bring the knowledge of my technical team as well into the decisions, and yeah, hopefully we make the right decision to win the next game. This is what I'm thinking at the moment, and yeah, that's it.
All right. Coach, good morning. I'm Samuel. Just two quick questions because Andre is now out. We don't want to leave here with speculations. So my first question has to be with who's going to be the captain now. That's my first question. My second, please, that's my personal question. I don't want any speculation. My second question has to be with after the game against Uruguay during the World Cup. After the game against after the game against Uruguay, at your presser, you made mention that you hope that the next coach who is coming to take over will have that free will to work. Okay, fine. I just want to know now during, when Henry introduced you, when you were talking, you made mention that it was a very difficult decision for you. Now you are back. If we had to go back to the statement that you made, how are you going to work now?
Okay, to be honest, maybe stay on the microphone.
Right.
The first question again because it's too much for me.
Okay, so the first question has to be with now Andre is out, who's going to be
Thomas
the
Partey. Okay,
Partey.
second question.
Okay, great. Now the second question has to be with after the game against Uruguay at the presser.
Yeah. Okay. And actually, I never said this. You have to go back, make your research, and listen closely to what I said. No. And for me, I can just say, this comes to me. Me, I have a free mind. I'm totally free. I was happy the way the FA, because I heard a lot of stories because before I came, let me do my thing. To be honest, I don't know if I can say it. The only pressure they gave me was to bring local players. The only pressure. And I'll be looking, and I will look even closer. Now that I'm full-time, I have a full-time appointment. I will look closer. I will look closer to the league. I will observe the league live, not only on video. Live. I will be here. I'll be watching. I'll be going rounds. I'll be watching. I will try to help as much as I can. I will look very, very closely. For me, if a player is good, he's good. It doesn't care where he comes from or where he plays. If I like a player, I will take him. And I will look very close to find players from the local league. Very, very close. So I'll be doing my tours. I'll be watching games. I'll be traveling. I will have time for this, and I will use the time to watch, especially the local league.
Congratulations, coach, on your reappointment. I'm Selassie Fiawe, Sahara Football. You are back for the second stint. What would you consider personally to be success after your tenure ends? And the second question is to Henry. The training, which ones are media allowed to cover? Thank you.
I'll take both questions, please. So the first one, like to look in 10 years, you said? Yeah.
What would you consider success after your tenure ends?
Like I said, good football, but at the end, good football will end in good results. And if anybody at the end of the day will say the way we played was bad, then I take it as my loss. Like I said, sometimes in football, it's whether the ball goes on the post and in or out, it's inches which can decide about your future. And it's very difficult to predict results. But I'm a strong believer if you prepare well, if you give the players the joy and they have the joy with the ball, if you give this to the player the chance to play with the ball, to bring out the biggest strength, then I'm very, very convinced that we will be successful.
Yeah, and coach, yes.
Our training, yeah, I'm not. Because we had to make, as always, we always had to make changes here and there. So, but we'll give out shortly a day where we have an open training session. I know it's very, very important for the Ghanaians also to see the players. I really understand this, but for me, the biggest concern is because we're having just 6 days, 7 days of preparation, I will have everyday tactical sessions because, like I said, I'm a strong believer of giving out knowledge and want the players to know what they have to do. In term, they are leading in term, we are leading in terms of, I don't know, we get a red card. I want to go out through every scenario, and therefore I have to prepare the team tactically well. And if these tactics are being filmed and the opponent can see what we're doing and they can prepare well, I hope you understand that it won't benefit us. So for this, I have to say sorry for not letting all the session being open. I'm very, very sorry for that.
And coach, my name is
Essentially, what you say is that we will make an announcement that each of the training sessions will be open to the public.
Yes.
At the moment, no decision has been made yet. Thank you.
My name is Kweku Zorik. I work with the Daily Graphic and Graphic Sports in Accra. And coach, the last time that you were here, you left after you saw out your deal. Does it feel like you are coming back because you have some unfinished business? And I would like to know what that business is.
I mean, it's so the last time I came, the aim was to qualify for the World Cup, and we did it. And I think we were pretty close, even though we lost 2-0 against Uruguay. We were pretty close to advance to the next stage. And for me, it's not an unfinished business. For me, it's just like an opportunity for me personally to get the best out of the boys. The last time I was called, we didn't do well at the AFCON. This time, also we have to be honest, we didn't do well. So we are not on top of Africa at the moment. And if this would have been the case, I wouldn't have been called. So for me, it's just to improve the players, improve the situation of the national team, and we try as much as we can to qualify for the World Cup. And I'm very, very convinced that we have the quality to do that. And this is the biggest aim at the moment.
Yeah, coach. Within the Filippo Pepe and Zagi PPN. Many are going to the question here about Cope and many say Lion. Why a coach? From World Cup, AFCON qualified before AFCON. Your goalkeepers in the game, your ball distribution make kind 50 ball distribution from a single goalkeeper. Many 11 pay. I see you play as well. The can equal opponent in war. Work what's on back. Then now they be prefer goalkeepers no. Our ben now they am I a goalkeeping department no. I solid no problem on.
Maybe I just said me from a lion. Because many goalkeeper coach, but we are plan that it is a line, but to go young goalkeeper so. See, bomb is make sure say oba training sa distributions no. But in general, Brian Moore me coach 2022. Who was statistics and so on? How was the statistics? Okay. Yeah, sure, sir. Don't worry.
Kelvin also on TV3. Coach, we know you've been a talent developer for quite, a long time. And we know this Black Stars team made up of, up and coming young talented Ghanaian footballers. Will they always have the priority in any selection you make? And how is that going to feed into you building a very solid national team that can last the test of time?
I think the only thing, the only way it will feed into my suggestion is but this has been done before as well. There were always young talents who have been given the chance to play for the national team, and I'm open. For me, surely it's important to have experienced players in the team, surely, very, very important, because they can guide the young guys, but if somebody is good, he will always get a chance, and I don't care about the age.
Okay, coach, my name is Benjamin Osu. Angel Broadcasting Network. First question is on Andre. I know you have already answered the Andre part, but I want you to clear this so that every Ghanaian will be clear in his mind on the state of where Andre are you on in the national team, please. Is he coming back again in the national team, or the decision you took is at the moment because he's the general, he's the captain for the team and he has a lot of role in the team. So will Andre return to the team, or the decision you took is final decision on him? He's not coming back again in the team. The second one is your technical team. German assistant coach is Joseph Laumann and also John Pinto and Lion. Please, was it your recommendation or is something the FA appointed himself for you? Please, can you answer that?
The first question, yeah, I'm what I learned about listening. I think there was a question about from which coach I took some this and that. I would never say never as a coach, never, because I don't know what will happen in next season. The door is always open. But this is a decision for this period, and that's it. And like I said, what I learned is never say never, never, because you don't know what will happen, and yeah, so don't. Yeah, with the backroom stuff, I mean, I had a lot of talks. And also there were some proposal from the FA, but I also had a lot of talks with other coaches, and at the end we decided. I mean, it's easier for me, especially with John and but I know them from the national team, so it's easier. I know that they're good human beings, so this is the first very, very important point for me, because I'm truly believe that once you know people personal and you know their character, it's easier to deal with them, especially in bad situations. So it was an easy choice for me, although, like I said, I had a lot of talks and a lot of people are also considered. So by the end, it was my decision. We had good talks, and like I said, it's easy, especially with John. We played the World Cup 2006 together, and we had a good relation there as well, and always kept contact. So it was an easy decision. And with Joseph from Germany, I got to know him like 1 year ago. We had a lot of talks, tactical talks especially, and I got to know his character through a friend who's a friend of his. So yeah, at the end, I think from what I saw the last time we met in March, I made very, very good decision. I'm very, very happy. You know, especially these two boys are hardworking, very, very hard and high work ethic. Very, very good input what they gave me so far, and I'm very, very happy with them.
Coach, good morning. The friend me Joyce, me yeah, no top media group. My first question, yeah, goalkeepers no. Minim said dreams goalkeeper equal semi-final of Confederations Cup. Media my goalkeeper equal nanim pa why Frederick Asare. I know you one. Two. Now no, I think so many na new players. Minim said John Pinto sua ade free mpanimfo bi ho. Waka so sua ade free Suleiman Tale ho. These players, why no more learning from?
Okay, a goalkeeper's choice. Yeah, I think he has done well. I think the team, especially, has done well to go far in this stage. And we decided for Frederick because Frederick also has, and let us speak about Frederick. Like I said, probably it's easier to speak about players who are here and not to talk about players who are not here. And Frederick gave me a really, really good impression. And from the games I saw at Kotoko, he was injured for some time, but now he's back on track. And also, when we were training, he really, really did well in the training from what I saw. And I'm always close with Lion and Lion also assured that at the moment, Frederick's really in a very good condition, good form, and that's why we decided to go with Frederick. And he's a young player. I think the future belongs to him. We see how far it goes, and yeah, I think it's a good decision. He's a good guy, good team player. Um, um, Hard work ethic. He's listening. He's a learner. He last time when he came, he cooperated well with the other goalkeepers and the goalkeeper coach, and also with the other players. Everybody likes him, so I'm happy that he's back again. Second question was what again? Who are the? There's so many players that you learn from. I mean, we have Thomas Partey, 29 years old. Jordan Ayew, 32 years old. We have Alex Jiku, he's 30 or yeah, 30. So we have a lot of experienced players who has been in the World Cup, who has done 2, 3 African Cups. So there are a lot of players that can learn from.
Hello, coach. I'm Delali. My question is a bit away from the tactics to your personality as a coach, because I believe coaches, your personality also counts. If you look at the technical team, at least 3 of you are former Black Stars players. Yourself, and you have also played at the World Cup before. What does it mean to have players that have played for the national team before as head coaches of the national team? And what does it mean when things get tough and your personality, and how will it count when games become tougher?
Okay, to be honest to you, it means nothing because you have been a good player doesn't mean that you have to be a good coach. This is the first thing. But surely the experience we had as players or playing at the World Cup, surely if we use it wise and we reflect on our experience. So it's the most important thing is not maybe the experience, but the reflection on the experience, which will help you to give better advice for those who are in the same situation you were 20 years ago. So, and this is what you have to think of before you meet the players. This is what we talk about, how we prepare before we meet, and then we give our expertise and our experience insights into the players and to the players to take good decisions. And this is what we can do. And in this case, surely it helps. But the first thing, and this is what we're doing, we have to reflect on our experience.
Good morning, coach. I am.
And then I think at the end, sorry, I think there's so few ladies here. You should take all the ladies which have a question. But before we leave, yeah, there's so few ones. So the ladies they can talk, but no, you can. We go on. We can go on, but at the end, we give the ladies respect and we ask them also.
Okay. My name is Karim with Joy Sports. My question is about Barbara Man. We've seen what he's done this season. Before he was not invited for the last 3 windows. There was an incident in Kumasi that led to that. He released a statement saying that he needs some time off to clean his mind and for the next ones. Have you spoken to him? What is the situation with him before these invitations?
Yeah, surely I've seen his performance. I talked to him, but at the moment he's not ready to come back. I don't know exactly what he experienced with the national team, but maybe I want to take this opportunity also to indicate that every one of us has a high responsibility. I don't know what happened after that game, but surely it affected him and his family, and I think we as human being can do better than doing such things for somebody who's giving his best for his nation. We have a lot of players who are sacrificing a lot. They can't be at daughter's birthday party. They can't be at their wife's wedding, or not the wife's wedding. Doesn't make sense. At the brothers' weddings or sisters' wedding, they don't go to funerals because they're here. They sacrifice a lot to be with the team to help Ghana to succeed. And when the answer is when they don't perform, that we have to bully him and insult him, and I don't know. It doesn't, for me. It's not good. It's not good enough. And this is not my responsibility. It's all of our responsibility, especially the media. And for me, anybody who talks, and it's not like who's personal on somebody, you will never look good. In my eyes, you will never look good. And that's why I won't talk openly bad about a player or whatsoever. I will never look good. And anybody who does it, whether he's right or wrong or whatever, you will never look good. If it's not personal, it's just maybe tactically or performance-wise, okay, that's okay. But if you go beyond that, I don't think it's helpful. And in this case, I think we would have needed him very, very much. I had a long talk with him. I even wanted to fly to his place to talk to him, but he was very, very sure that he won't come at this moment of time. He won't come back. And it's very, very sad that it's our fault that he's not coming back.
Coach, I'm also Kwame Kandima from Vision 1 FM. I want to know if you do watches highlight of the Ghana Premier League. If yes, I want you to describe the standard of the Ghana Premier League.
I think it's difficult. There's so many teams. There's so many different players, and I don't think this is the right frame. We can talk about it another time, but this is the right frame to talk about because it's not like this is the standards. There's so many teams who have done well, and there are also some teams we need to improve. But it's difficult because to measure, because for me as an outstander, to I don't know how much, let's say, money they have to build a team. What are the conditions, everything. So it's very, very difficult for me to judge on the standard of the league. It's impossible.
Thank you for the opportunity. Ghana's goal scoring abilities has been a challenge for us for some years now. And I would love to know from you if you can share with us what measures you've put in place to make sure we overcome this challenge as we go forward.
Very good question. Very good question. I think this will be one of the parts we will work on. We discussed it with the coaching staff. So this is a very good question. And every game is different, I have to say. So sometimes you have more space which you can attack. Sometimes you have smaller space which makes it difficult for you to score. But there it's about creating solutions. And this is also one part of the training, to be solutions, how we can score goals. And at the end, it's about the players who hopefully will transcend these ideas on the pitch. But it's not easy. It's different if you play in Europe. There are different conditions. There are different pitches. The weather is cooler. So we have to adapt to the situations where we're in, and still we can do better. And we try our best to implement our ideas into how we can score more goals.
Good morning, Coach, and you welcome back to the Black Stars team.
Thank you.
My question has to do with before the World Cup, we're speaking to a number of players, especially those who were born in the diaspora. And today we are hearing that Callum Hudson-Odoi has agreed to play for Ghana. If it is true, how does he fit, or how will he fit into the team you would start building from today?
Yeah, it's difficult to talk about the future. I haven't talked to him yet, so once he's ready, in general, our doors always open. But our full concentration is now on the Mali game, and this is a bright future. It's difficult to. It's not that easy, or not. We can't bring in players who have been playing for another national team before, so they need to get released from, for in his case, from England, and then goes to FIFA, and FIFA will send the release to us, and then we can apply for him. So it's a whole process which is going on, and to be honest, my head is not there at all. So my head is fully on Mali, on the boys which are here, and concentration is fully on them, and we will have to make anything happen to win this game. There's one lady there. She's not a journalist. Okay, there's a lady. Your lady. Okay, you speak. I'm sure you hear. I can't really judge on how they played before. I can just talk for my period of time when I was here as a national coach, and I think we really did well. And this is the same culture and habits which I want to implement into the team. And surely we will. The closer we get together and to support each other, the more success we will have. And this is what I try to implement. And I'm very sure the players will understand and will fulfill it. We don't have time for any personal things. Like I said, we have to work together as a team, and this is the only way we can have success. And I think the players, they will know. Thank you very much.
Otto, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
This is not a question, it's a little piece of advice. There are two very difficult jobs in Ghana. Number one, the president of Ghana and the coach of the Black Stars. You are the official coach, but the real coaches are here. So the criticisms will come in. Some will be caustic. Some will be very vitriolic. Some will be vituperative. But in all that, just relax and understand that as journalists, we mean well. So don't take the criticisms personal, but they will come in fast and thick. Because you've heard some of the tactics and systems already coming from some of the colleagues. Whether you're going to play the route system or whether you're going to play the Mourinho system. So they will definitely come. But in all that, just understand that we're in this together and we want to see the good of the team. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Colleagues, I would like to thank you for making time to be with us this moment. Once again, let me mention that officially the team will begin preparation tomorrow. Team will be in camp tomorrow. Our first training session is taken tomorrow to Tuesday when the team are playing for Morocco. The game against Mali is on Thursday, June 6th. The team will fly back to Ghana, Kumasi to be precise, to continue preparation for the second game against Central African Republic. Like a coach mentioned, some of the sessions will be open, not all of them. Please bear with us because he needs time to go through his tactical drills as we prepare for the two important matches. We are grateful for your company. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, and let's start rallying around the flag and also push our Black Stars to victory in next month's qualifiers. Thank you, Coach. Thank you to the technical team as well.
Thank you, everybody.
Enjoy your day.
yeah, concept. We go run kitty kitty. We go squawk kata kata. Black stars, we come on fire fire. No retreat, no surrender. Hey, bring back the love where you say you get for your country. Forget the past, Boko. Na 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 na.
Yeah.
That's where we go.